Now it's time to give it. Remember, it's praise and criticism. There's a lot of research that shows that you should give twice as much praise, 3 times as much praise, 5 times as much praise, 7 times as much praise. The problem with trying to follow that research to the letter is that you'll wind up saying things you don't mean. So you want to make sure first and foremost that you're sincere about your praise and that you're praising things that are equally as important as the things you're criticizing. If you say, great haircut, terrible work, nice shoes, that kind of praise doesn't really help you. So you want to make sure that you take praise as seriously as you take criticism and that you're focusing on the good stuff. I said during the Q&A, but it's worth repeating. Your job, especially when you're the leader, is to paint a picture of what is possible. And praise is a much better tool for doing that than criticism. So that is the philosophy here. You want to focus on the good stuff. Now, when it comes time to have these conversations, by far and away the best feedback I've ever gotten in my career comes from these 2-minute impromptu talks. And so the good news here is that this is fast and it's free. The bad news here is that it takes enormous emotional discipline to have these 2-minute impromptu conversations. So what's the mentality that you can go into these conversations with that will help you improve and feel more comfortable offering them? First, you want to be humble. I call it candor and not truth, because to me, candor says, here's what I'm noticing. I want to understand what you're noticing too, so that we can get on the same page. You want to state your intention to be helpful. You're not offering either praise or criticism to demonstrate that you're the arbiter of what's good or bad, or to kick someone in the shins, or to puff yourself up in some way. You're trying to help people grow. You want to give it right away. Feedback has a really short half-life. In the olden days, I would say you always want to do this in person. However, today, as we said during the break, it's really, if you can't do it in person, it's important to do it synchronously, where you can see the person's, if you do it over video, you're looking for the person's expression, you're looking for their body language, you're trying to understand how what you're saying is landing. Again, sometimes it might be easier for the other person to have just a phone call while you're on a walk or something together. So think about the medium, but whatever you do, don't do it asynchronously. Don't send an email, don't send a text. You want to criticize in private, praise in public. And last but not least, you don't want to offer either praise or criticism about someone's personality. The purpose of praise is to tell people what to do more of. The purpose of criticism is to tell people what to do less of. And it's very difficult to, very difficult to change your personality. So you don't want to say, like my boss, when she said in the meeting, when you said every third word, it made you sound stupid. That's sort of using situation, behavior, impact to make sure she's focusing on something that I can change. That would be very different from saying, Kim, the problem with you in this job is you're too dumb to do it. That would not have been helpful feedback. The same goes for praise. If you say to someone, good job, or you're a genius, that doesn't really tell people what to do more of. It's not situation, behavior, impact. So use that to help sharpen the praise and the criticism that you're giving.